All right, welcome. This is the episode of the Real Sports Podcast. I am your boy DJ MellyMel, also the host of The Cage. If you
Oh,
haven't heard, man, I listen. I get the chance to be invited to host a sports debate show that encompass two gentlemen who I have the utmost respect for. All right, I'm gonna do my little solid introduction. I'm gonna let them tell a little bit about themselves, but over here, I don't know if it's to your right or to your left, but to my left, immediate left, I got my guy Cap21 baller, former ABA basketball coach, basketball purist in South Florida,
woo-hoo.
South Florida elite. I mean, New Balance circuit, EYBL. I mean, history. You know what I mean? When we talk about knowledge, I don't know of another man in that area that don't know as much as Carlos Pino did. So Cap, man, I'm excited to be here with you right now. This is going to be big. I really, really do believe. And to the bottom or to my right, I got a really good friend. Quick side story about how we met. I was coaching in Atlanta. I think it might have been what was it, the Peach Cup or something, one of them tournaments, right?
Mhm.
And
Something like that.
I beat him by 30 or 40. It was a
Woo!
good. It was a
You
good one.
had
It
to
was a good
put
one. It
that
was a good
out
one.
there, huh? You
And
really
He
got to
got
put
he,
it,
that
he
out
was,
that's
it
there.
was a good one.
that's
It
the
Yeah,
was a good
story.
one.
that's
He
right.
got
It was a
he
good one.
gotta
Hey.
Carlos, he gotta run that every
Yeah,
time we talk.
I
He
gotta
gotta
run it
run it
down.
every time. Every time.
And we became really good friends. I thought he was gonna beat me up after the game, but we became actually really good friends. We stayed in close contact. He built a tremendous program, ETG Elevate to Greatness, and when I got to Prep Hoops, we both joined Prep Hoops together, and we played again about 7 years later in Daytona. Still beat him by 30. You know what I mean? So
He got you twice?
yeah, I got him twice. I got
I
him twice.
want
I got him
I
twice.
wasn't
I got
even
him
I
twice.
wasn't even coaching. He was looking for me. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
even coaching.
yeah. He got sick. He couldn't get on the road, so I had to
I
give him to
couldn't be
him.
on the road. I was sick at that time. See, I keep dodging each other, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
man.
He
But
can
look,
find me this year though. I'm traveling this year. I go anywhere.
hey, but
But you won't beat me this time by 50.
you won't dodge this whooping right here on the Real Sports Podcast.
Yeah, I got you.
Everybody want to hear DJ Melly Mel, but let me tell you something. I said what I said, and I stand on business. I'm unfiltered. I'm unscripted. I say what I want because I can't get canceled. Okay, so I can't fire myself. So, so, gentlemen, I'm excited for this. I think what we got is going to be really, really amazing, and I'm looking forward to what we're getting ready to embark on. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get into the topics right now if we're ready.
Let's do it.
Let's
Okay,
go.
we're gonna be talking NFL draft. So if you haven't noticed, the NFL draft will take place tonight, and Miami's quarterback Cam Ward is the huge favorite to be picked at the number one overall pick in the draft. Sports Odds put out a article saying that he is a minus 20,000 favorite to be the top
Wow.
pick in the draft by Tennessee Titans. The draft will take place on ESPN tonight, following the number one pick for Tennessee. You look at Penn State. Abdul Carter, and then LSU's Will Campbell at the 4 pick, and Boise State running back at the number 5. Now, the question I got for you gentlemen is this: Cam Ward, is he the best quarterback in the NFL draft? Should he be taken number one? And what do we think about Shador Sanders' stock falling days before the draft? Pino, I'll go to you first on this one.
Well, so should he be picked if it fits the void that they need? Then of course, that's a no-brainer, right? You don't pick someone without a void. So Tennessee obviously has a void at quarterback. You have a very talented player who proved himself this year playing at the U. And, it fits what they need. So 100%, that's why you draft them, right? Um, there are other quarterbacks that are out there, but he seemed to have had, he proved himself. Even on his pro day, he made sure that he shined, and he did. So good for him. Happy for the young man. As far as what's happening with Mr. Shador, they're nitpicking at the kid. They're talking about him patting the ball. Look at all the quarterbacks; they all pat the ball. Who cares?
Oh,
As long as it comes out, and he completes it. I know the windows in the NFL are a lot smaller, but I think he's going to be okay. I really do.
Josh, what you got?
Cam Ward should be a number one overall pick, hands down. He has the size, he has the athleticism. He played at the U. And that's very big. I don't think what people understand is you played at an auto modern where you had Michael Irvin, you had all these top players on their team. And he took this team and it was almost undefeated for majority of the season. His mechanics are good. He's a leader on the floor, on the field. I mean, why not take him number one? Now about Shador, like I believe what Carlos was saying was they just nitpicking at him because his dad is Deion Sanders. Like, but if you look at his story, man, I believe he should be a number one overall pick too. He went from Jackson State, who didn't win anything. He won there. Then he moved with his dad to Colorado and went on Colorado with just his brother and Hunter. Come on, man. Stop picking at the dude. Like he patting the ball. He didn't want to show up for a workout. He didn't want to do this. Every player does that in the league. Come on, man. Eli Manning didn't even want to play for the New York Jets or New York Giants, my bad. Come on, like if you have a dad that has been doing it, he's one of the greatest cornerbacks of all time. Wouldn't you not want to put him on your team?
You want to know something?
Would you
Like,
not?
here's what I think, right? I think that Cam Ward is a phenomenal quarterback. I think if he is taken at number one, it's not the end of the world. I think a lot of the reason, and to your point, Josh, about Shador is it's his father. When you draft Shador, you're drafting his dad as well. And Dion is not going to allow you to BS your way through the draft process with his son.
Correct.
He knows the
Correct.
questions to ask. He knows a lot of the same people that work in these organizations. And to be honest with you, there are things that we do not see that go on behind the scenes. And Dion will call you out on it. Because at the end of the day, what parent does not want the best for his son? But the crazy part that I have a hard time understanding is we talk about Cam Ward being number one and maybe even Shador. Travis Hunter won the Heisman, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Why
Yeah.
is he not considered to be the number one pick in the NFL draft? That's my opinion. But
Mm.
to your point, Carlos, I think it fits. I think it's more so of what is a fit. Tennessee needs a quarterback, man. I mean,
He needs
let's be
quarterback
real.
bad.
Who was the last relevant quarterback in Tennessee that we can remember?
Tannehill? Was it Tannehill?
And
Tannehill was
you gotta
last.
ask the question, then he
Was it
wasn't that
Tannehill?
good, okay? But Ryan Tannehill, maybe in the last couple of years that Tennessee has had that, you could say, okay, they got a quarterback that I feel confident in. But I will tell you this. I'm happy that Shador stock is falling because guess what? It makes it that much more realistic for the Pittsburgh Steelers, my team, to draft a quarterback. If the Steelers do not draft a quarterback, I'm going to lose my everlasting mind tonight. Tonight. Mike Tomlin, we need a damn quarterback, okay?
What I'm saying. Okay, let's talk about your Steelers right now. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're trying to pursue somebody that's thinking about retiring.
I don't want Aaron. I don't want. I'm sorry.
Aren't y'all
Well,
pursuing
it's a
somebody that's
good
trying to
thing
retire?
if they draft Shador behind him so he can learn.
Correct. That'd be smart. That'd
Aaron
be
Rodgers ain't
very
like that.
smart.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the kind of guy that want to train the next guy because Aaron Rodgers feel like he's Brady. He gonna play till he's 45 years old. Not gonna happen.
Hey
You
man,
know.
let me tell
Uh,
you something about that, man. Please put respect on that man's name. I'm tired of people throwing Tom Brady's name around like it don't mean anything. Like this dude wins everywhere he goes. He makes everybody around him better. He's not a distraction, right? When he gets to his job, he perfects his craft. It doesn't matter how I believe Tom Brady can play when he was 60. I think he could play right now if you think about it. His brain does not stop. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, is not like that.
I,
Period. And he don't develop anybody.
I will add one point to that. I did this whole argument with Tom Brady being the GOAT. I understand. I'm not gonna disrespect Tom Brady and say he's not the greatest quarterback to have ever played this game. But what I
Are you
will not
questioning
allow,
it?
but what I will not allow people to do is act like Tom Brady didn't have Bill Belichick. Okay, just like Tom won when he went to Tampa, people forget that Bill Belichick won when he was with the Baltimore Ravens as a D coordinator. He has more rings than Tom Brady. He has 8, not 7. So, I hate this narrative. Like people just forget Belichick. Belichick created the system. Okay, Belichick developed Tom Brady. Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady when he came into the league. Let's be clear on that.
Well, every quarterback or every position player, you're talented, but you're only as good as the script they give you to play. Okay. But you got to be able to execute it. You're the one out in the field.
Yeah.
He's just saying this is where to go, but you got to execute on that. All right. So, yeah, Belichick put the strategy behind it, but you can't take the credit away from the guy who's doing the work. That's like saying, okay, I'm your trainer. And now you got better and it's on me. No, it's on the guy that's out there doing the work. I disagree with you 100% because he left Belichick. And you know what he said? I'll just go to Tampa. And you know what he did in Tampa? He won. He won
Yeah.
without Belichick. So
On
what are
a
you talking
COVID
about,
year,
Mel?
man, come on.
If we're
Oh,
gonna count Brady's COVID championship, we got to count Braun's too. All I'm gonna say on that one.
I listen. I'm a diehard Laker fan. Okay. Now I do take championships, no matter how they come or when they come, right? But you have like COVID happened to everybody. But what about everybody else though?
Need to throw up on that shirt over that you got on. So, so
Just saying.
I want final thoughts. NFL draft. Who are you most excited to see tonight in the draft? And you know, where would you like your favorite player to go? Pino.
For me, it's not a favorite player. I think that the kid is in Shador. They're putting him in a box. They're making it hard for him. I think his dad is a really stand-up, real person, and I love that. The kid has been through the fire. He's prepared. His father's prepared him. He's been on the big stages, and I really hope the best for him. I really do. So, regardless what happens, somebody's going to pick up the kid. He's going to end up somewhere. And he's going to be able to look back and tell everybody, I told you so. I just want to play.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to see what happens with him.
Josh.
I'm with Pino on this one. I really want to see if the Raiders will pick Shador up, and here's why. Tom Brady is his mentor.
Yes.
Tom Brady is his mentor. So if you knock him down and you feel like he's not good enough, or they technically call him trash, or whatever the case may be, and he goes to the Raiders with Tom Brady, who's the part owner of the Raiders, I think that'll be more exciting for me to watch. It's because now he got to go talking to him all the time now. It's not over the phone. It's not anything else. I really want to see where Shador goes. But last but not least, man, this is just a question for y'all. I really want to see where Dion goes to. Like I'm really trying to figure out where Dion's going to go. I know he said he wants to stay in Colorado,
He just signed an extension,
but he
54
Got
never.
an
million.
extension for 5 years, didn't he?
54 million. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't hard to find.
Hey
He in
man,
Boulder.
I mean, hey man, I'm just saying they don't stop somebody from leaving and go
That's
somewhere
that's
else
true.
for 54
Dusty
mil. Like
Dusty
you
got the
know,
bag from FAU and dip still.
you.
Yeah.
We love you, Dusty.
I'm just saying. So I'm with
I
Pino on
didn't
this one,
say
man. I
that
really
either,
want to see.
Dustin.
I want to see where he goes. I really do, and I want the best for him as well.
Well, let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's talk about them sorry Knicks. Okay, NBA playoffs are here,
Oh, here
right?
we go.
Yes,
Here we
NBA
go.
playoffs are here, and let's just talk about it just briefly about the game last night. The Houston Rockets tied the series 109-94 last night, tying the series at one apiece. Golden State, do they have what it takes to finish out this series? And what team are you most surprised about right now in the NBA playoffs? Josh, we'll go to you first on this one.
Well, I got two teams, matter of fact. Okay. I got two teams, not one. Number one, I'm very excited. I hate to say it, the Knicks. I'm very excited about the Knicks because, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited about the Knicks, right? Tom Thibodeau is a hell of a coach, man. He's a hell of a coach, man. He's a hell of a coach. Now, and also the Detroit Pistons. Now, who the hell would have thought the Detroit Pistons
They're really good. They're really
will
good.
be
They're
in the
really
damn
good.
playoffs? I'm just being real. Cade Cunningham, like whoever thought the Pistons would be in there. So those two exciting teams for me that I'm very surprised about. Now, that's me, so
Pino, what you got?
Well, you know me, I'm a diehard Knick guy, right?
That
So we have a tough series, you know. It's actually nice watching one of the local kids with our men playing, right? You know, a local kid that played right at Pinecrest for a couple of years before moving on and going to OTE. So it's kind of exciting to watch that as well. So. Um, it's also exciting to watch his brother play in the playoffs. And going back to what Josh just said, right? So they were bottom last. To see the resurgence in a year, it's pretty impressive that
aggressive.
yes, the front office did what they're supposed to. They put the pieces together to make that team what it is today, and they're not backing down. You know, I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but they're not backing down. So I think it's a really good series. One of the better ones actually to be watching right now is Detroit, New York. It's a really good matchup. Tough one, tough one. Um, and obviously I think the best team right now out there, or at least clicking, you can't take anything away from OKC, man.
Um,
To beat someone
yeah.
in the playoffs by 51, not
51.
30, 51.
51.
Okay,
hey,
51. That looks better. In the
Yeah,
NBA, I'm
that's
not
tough,
talking
man.
about, amateur athletic union, all these amateurs. You're talking about professionals that come with a scouting plan and a strategy to a game and how you're going to cover pick and roll and what are you going to do on switches and there's a lot of detail that go into the game that people, don't think
Mhm.
about when they're watching it. We just see the end product, but 51's a lot of points. So.
the
And the
Memphis
game.
Grizzlies are a disaster of a franchise right
No,
now.
no, 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 no. See, Mel, no, 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 no. Put respect on their name there. I believe with Pino, man, they are professional
They, they
basketball.
their
They are.
front office is atrocious. They fired their head coach. They got a star basketball
That has
player.
nothing to do with the players, though.
Well, hold
My
on.
thing is about the players.
Well, let's talk about the player for an example. John Morant, who is a freakishly athletic basketball player, has not developed much since he's been in the league. The same thing that he was doing as a yes, the same thing that Jai was doing as a rookie, he is doing right now. His game has not progressed much more than what it is. He relied on athleticism. He's a below average 3-point shooter. He's decent, okay from the free throw line. Mid range is still spotty. But if you look at somebody else that came in the league around the same time, that young man over in Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, who played for Team USA, who made the Olympic roster, who won a gold medal, who challenged Stephen Curry in shooting and improved his jump shot shooting, who is still helplessly athletic, who is being more of a leader and the face of a franchise and staying out of trouble.
Mel, you got to breathe on this point.
I mean,
Breathe on this point, right? You
you,
can't compare John Morant to Anthony Edwards.
you're right
That's a
because
bad
Anthony
comparison.
is a much better player.
That's a
Different.
correct. He's built different. Anthony Edwards is built different. Like I watched him work out before he was the number overall pick. The Joker talks to the basketball and screams at it to make sure that it goes in the net every single time. John Morant does not do that.
And that's why I can't sit here and allow you to say that it's a they got beat by 51. They're supposed to get beat by 51. Oklahoma was one of the better teams in the league, but I would be remiss not to say, and I am totally biased when it comes to this, the best team in the NBA playoffs.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Here we go.
the best team in the NBA playoffs. Because I'm a competitor, and I was taught if you want to be the champ, you must beat the champ, and that is the Boston Celtics. Even without Jason Tatum, they just see us last night without Jason Tatum and still win.
You didn't play nobody,
Oh,
man.
now we didn't play nobody. Oh my goodness! Did you see
You didn't
Jason
play
36?
nobody.
I'll tell you what was
Come on,
impressive
Pino.
for me. What was impressive for me and showed a lot of heart was the elbow to Porzingis' head, bleeding his butt off, right? Blood streaking down his head in the back of his head, going back into the game, shooting the foul shot, and continuing to play. That for me showed a lot. Not the same guy that we drafted,
Nope.
couldn't stay healthy, who still can't stay healthy, but regardless, he showed a lot of heart. And I throw flowers at him for that. That was pretty impressive. It really showed his commitment to the guys. It really, really did. Yeah.
When you're in Boston, we have a certain standard.
Please don't.
Other franchises don't have the same standard as we do.
Yeah.
What?
You
Are
know,
you,
so
you
Yeah. Yeah.
when they
are
come to
you
us,
serious,
they
bro?
perform a little bit different.
Hey, do you see this on my chest?
I said the standard. I didn't say stumping pads.
Because y'all don't got one more championship more than the Lakers do. So
Hey,
please don't start. Don't
hey,
start.
one more is a lot more.
There's one team that I believe that's in the Eastern Conference that can probably beat y'all.
Who's that?
It's
Cleveland.
the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland don't want to
I
see
believe
us.
they
Cleveland
seen
don't
y'all a
want to
bunch
see
of
us.
Man, listen, man. I'm
That's
telling
a
you
great.
right
Bet
now.
on it.
Huh? We can bet
Bet
on it,
on it.
man. We can bet on it. We can bet on. We got the same bet you and P don't have. I'm telling you right.
Woo!
If
Hey,
you
yeah, put your money where your mouth is, Mel.
hey,
There you
if
Put
you
go.
it in the
see
case.
Huh?
if you see how Cleveland plays basketball
Yeah.
from the top down, they got good guard play. They got three freaking bigs that can guard Porzingis. If you think about it, how y'all won last year, nobody's ass can guard Porzingis. Porzingis was literally the unicorn of the entire playoffs.
Boston
Think
and
about
five.
it. Put on it. On the
Boston
finals
and
or the
five.
conference finals?
Whatever we match up with Cleveland, we'll get you in 6.
Y'all seeing them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
We'll get.
Pino, am I wrong? Pino, am I wrong for what I
Hey,
said?
listen. If anyone's gonna beat, listen, I still think my Knicks could still go
Oh,
get
come on. We know that's
for
not
real.
happening. That we know ain't happening.
Huh?
That we know ain't happening.
Okay, well, you know what? Hopefully we'll see you in next week. I don't know how the matchup goes, to be
We
quite
gonna
honest.
take care of our business. We're 2-0 right now.
Yeah,
You're
you are.
struggling over there.
No, we won and one.
Lord,
That's
hope it
not
don't help.
struggling.
Hey, Jason,
Oh,
Jalen Brown don't get hurt. Oh
both of
Lord.
y'all struggling. 1-1. That's cute. We'll be waiting.
Okay.
Listen, man. We
But
we we
remember, his point was Cleveland could take them. I think we got a shot at them as well. Now that we're full strength, we'll see. We'll
don't see
see.
us, man. Don't see us
Yeah,
out like
Final
we
yeah.
coming.
thoughts. Final thoughts here, Pino. NBA playoffs. Team that you're most excited about.
Of course, I got to say my Knicks, right? That's my team. I'm homegrown. That's always been the New York Knickerbocker. Always will be. I'm really excited about them. I'm really interested to see how they make the changes to affect Kate Cunningham, because the second
Correct.
game he had his way with us. First game, we had a great strategy, shut him down, and we had great results. So I'm really excited to see what happens in game three. But to Josh's point, I'm also excited to watch Cleveland play and match up with them soon down the road. And of course, OKC on the West, man,
They
they're
tough,
fun
bro.
to watch.
They tough.
Playing together, you see the unselfishness, the extra passes being made, and I love that stuff. So I think for me, those are the exciting parts of these finals. Race to the finals, I should
Josh,
say.
final thoughts. NBA playoffs. Team you're most excited about.
Lakers in 5.
Oh God.
Lakers in 5. Hey man, I'm really excited to see Luka Doncic in another uniform. It's very exciting to see him play with LeBron James. Um, what I want to see from our Lakers, I know that we do not have any bigs. I want to see how far we can go and how far LeBron can take us. Last but not least, I want to see if this LeBron's last year in
Ah,
the NBA.
great
I
question.
mean, because I just watching LeBron play the first game, he looked like he just don't have it anymore. If you watch how he didn't take any shots, he was very passive. The second game, he felt like he had a bunch of energy, like he's a youth. So I want to see like how far can LeBron take us as a Lakers, not even just as a Laker, but just as a basketball player in general. He like damn, he's been playing for like 30 years. Like how long can he go? Like that's going to be very impressive to me and see how the Lakers can progress and see Where can LeBron take us? I know what Luka can do because Luka's what, 30, 20, 30 something? Is he 30?
24.
Oh,
Ah, young,
20,
young.
25,
He's
26.
If that, I think
24,
he's
25,
24, 25.
20.
Yeah.
So we have a 25-year-old superstar and we have a 40-year-old superstar. When everybody's when everybody's players, everybody's top three players on their team is less than 35. So that's what I want to see. But I do have my Lakers going all the way. Like
Luka's
I'm being
nice.
a Laker fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Majority of my life is Jordan Lakers. So
my final
Luka's
thought.
Lakers in
amazing.
5.
Here's the thing with Luka, Josh. He's been playing professional basketball since early in his life. He's that skilled.
Right,
The kid
right.
is extremely well, I shouldn't call him a kid, but the young man is really, really talented, man. And I don't know why you're saying how far LeBron can take you. It's more of how far Luka can take you because to your point, LeBron's hitting uh, that part where he's incredible. Then let's say it how it is. To be
He
playing
is
at his age, playing as many games as he can, it's still impressive. But you know,
for sure.
yeah. To your point, let's see how long he goes. Maybe one
See how
more.
long you go.
Final
Yeah.
thought for me is everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, and both those teams have been punched in the mouth yet. We haven't. Moving on, we're gonna talk March Madness basketball. The University of Florida Gators have won the national championship. Is it too early to say that the Gators can repeat? There was a study put out about the number of about the amount of money being spent currently on the transfer portal. Obviously ranking at the top of that list is Duke boys basketball, spending almost 15 million to retain their roster. And then you have programs like Duke who lost every last one of their players. So the transfer portal, is it hurting or helping college basketball? And who do you think is the favorite for next year? Josh.
Um, Good question, Mel. I don't think the transfer portal is hurting college basketball. I just think that is the money part with the transfer portal. I think when the NIL kind of took over, all that basketball money, and Pino, if you correct me if I'm wrong, all that basketball money now does not exist. Scholarship money does not exist anymore. It's like if I want this player, I got to bid for this player now. And it's very good for college basketball because you remember when they played college, any college sports, they never got any money for their name, image, and likeness.
Legally.
Legally, correct. Legally.
True.
Legally. So
True.
now it's like, is there any parameters that we can put on these things so that the kids that are coming up in the high school realms that I'm in ANU and Pino's coaching high school basketball, where do these kids go if they're not the tier guy, top tier guys and everything else of that nature? So I don't believe that I think the transfer portal, it is what it is. We knew this was gonna come years from now. We knew they was gonna get paid eventually. We knew that it was gonna be like this. Um, but moving forward, especially with the blue bloods and the Dukes, whatever the case may be, hey man, these coaches are getting players that are gonna help them keep their jobs at the end of the day.
That's right.
That's basically what they're doing.
Pino.
Literally. Like
I like the transfer portal because it gives even the smaller schools. I also like NIL because it gives the smaller schools now the opportunity, going back to what he was saying, because now you can go get a kid and you can make your program better, right? So those are the
mhm.
things that I think are positive about it. I think though, what they may look at is something where you can't transfer every single year.
Year.
They have to put a limit at some type of a contract because some of these kids are making a lot of money, which is great. I'm not, I believe that we're in the land of opportunity, and
Correct.
if you could have the opportunity to make money, why not? The universities are making money. I understand that it's an education facility, and you're a student athlete. You're not an athlete student, but at the end of the day, the universities make a lot of money. So from that side of it, I think that NIL is good. Um, and one of the things that you said, favorite, it's kind of hard yet to say who's going to be the favorite because kids are still haven't made their full commitments. So can you say Florida to be the favorite? The only thing that I could go by that is what you said. You got to beat before the champ in order to, be considered the champ, right? So, they have that leg up, but they're also losing a lot. They're losing a lot. So, and teams are getting stronger, like you said, Duke lost a lot with losing Flag, but they pick up the Boozer twins. Those kids right here in Florida, they
Dre-
haven't lost. I mean, they've been
Pino,
winning
I'm not even trying to
titles
cut
for
you
the
off.
freshman. And they
Right.
won
I'm not gonna even.
3 Peach champs. They won 15U, 16U, 17U, and then now they just won a national title. So, they have talent by getting the Boozer twins. And of course, there were other players on that team. But, it's hard to say who's the favorite at this point. I mean, I honestly thought, to be quite honest with you, since we're talking about the national championship, Houston gave that game away. I was voting for Houston that was my bracket. Defense wins.
Mm.
But what happened with them is like what happens in every game. Towards the end, some things get tighter.
Yeah.
And it got tighter for them, and unfortunately, they didn't come on top. But Sampson did a great job, man. His kids, the style of play, I love how they get down. They play defense, and it's unfortunate that they didn't win, and Florida did. Yeah.
I was actually pulling for Auburn to win the national championship. I thought Auburn played extremely well. I thought they had a really good roster. I thought they were well coached. And to your point, Pino, I think all of us could agree that coaching wins championships. I mean, defense wins championships. I mean, you got to put the ball in the basket, but if I only give up 10 points, I only got to put the ball in the basket 6 times, and I'm good. So I was really pulling for Auburn. Now, I will tell you one thing I am kind of shocked about. With the transfer portal, that has been a tool that can transform a program overnight.
Yes.
When you look at what Arkansas was before Calipari got there, Calipari is a great recruiter and an even better coach. And now he has the resources with NIL and boosters and this is to pull a roster and turn it over overnight. I mean, you literally can become a championship contending team tomorrow. And I think Dion made that really prevalent with football. And I think basketball is kind of now adopting that philosophy. So as far as NIL is concerned, I love the NIL. I think it's great because my thing is if the universities and these businesses can make billions of dollars on us, why can't we make a couple thousand? And
Million,
I agree.
million,
and
million.
Me.
billions. I think they make it bank.
Yeah.
Oh, for
And then
sure.
also too, let's just take into account even at the high school level. I'll be honest with you. I know many people may not agree with this, but I like the idea of high school kids making money. And here's the reason why. As a high school, you're making thousands of dollars on ticket sales, concession, and all these different things. And if a kid is that kind of caliber kind of guy, where he's at LeBron James in terms of the media and his name is concerned, Cooper Flag is the perfect example of the modern day. Him being at Mount Vernon Academy, one of the top recruited players, he should be able to make money off of his name if the opportunity presents itself. Same with the Boozer twins. They are a national entity, and the school benefits from having them there. The kid, I hate to use this word, but it's business. The kid becomes an asset to the school because guess what? By me having those kids here, my enrollment goes up, my attendance at games go up, my sponsorship goes up. People don't want to talk about that. Millions of dollars get poured into my school to fund this program. Why can't the kid benefit off of that? That's just my
And
opinion.
yeah, but Mel at Duke, you
Yeah,
can't
come on,
get any
man.
more seats.
You've
It's
seen
already crowded
Eddie back
before,
there. But then also you
so
knew, Mel,
yeah.
you already knew that the Boozer twins was going. What the hell? What else were they gonna go to? Their
Well,
dad went to Duke. So you didn't think
well,
they was going? You didn't think they was gonna go to Duke?
they are Miami kids, man.
They
They
are.
could have
They
ended up
are.
at the U. They really could have.
Well,
All I'm
okay, that's
saying is,
so
don't
Pino, that's two teams out of all these teams in the world. There's two teams that the twins could have went to. Is the U or Duke?
don't be surprised if the Boozer twins flip their commitment. You heard it here first, right here. I'm
Hey,
I'm
I
I'm
bet on that.
I'm
Hey, I
I bet
bet
on
on
that
that.
too. I went Pino. I bet
Hey,
on
hey,
that too.
I'm down. Hey,
that they do or don't.
I love pizza, so
Don't.
I'm down for another pie.
I wouldn't. I'm just saying, don't be
Hey,
surprised if
you
the
want
Boozer
it?
brothers flip their commitment.
Why would they do
You
that,
want that
Mel? Why
bet?
would they
I'll
do
take
that?
it.
Look, you got to see certain stuff in the lineup, right? Miami hires their high school coach.
Yeah.
Dante just decommitted from Villanova
And
to
over. I
Columbus.
understand.
They are really good friends with Dante. They played on the EYBL circuit together. The recruiter that brought them to Duke just got a job at Miami. Miami putting something together to get those Boozer brothers there. And it's home. It's in their backyard.
Yes.
And Miami is not afraid to spend that money. They just
I
paid
understand.
Carson Beck, who I do not think is a
Not
$4 million
no.
quarterback. And Lane Kiffin said it best. Wait a minute. And I'm quoting Lane on this. Wait a minute. They paid Carson Beck $4 million. Did they not see his film against us? So Miami clearly got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just saying, don't be surprised if they do flip the Boozer brothers. Final thoughts: NCAA match Martin's tournament and the transfer portal. Pino.
Well, I just gave you for March Madness. It was exciting. I obviously was watching. It was nice to see four number ones in the Final Four.
That was
So happy for the
remarkable.
guys, for the coaches that made it there. Um, really, really happy for them. And fortunately, there's always going to be a winner and a loser, but I think all four of them are winners. Getting to the Final Four is very, very difficult.
You get a ring.
Great coaching, great recruiting, great commitment from the kids because remember, you are a scholar athlete. So, you still do have to go to class, right? And maintain a great point average in order to play. So it's great to see that. And now going on to the next phase for see what happens with some of the kids that have entered the NBA draft and see them on the biggest stage in the world. So
Josh.
Um, I agree with what Pino said. What I was remarkable about is like four number one teams in the NCAA um championship. Very remarkable. That's the first time it's done that in years, right? Um,
it might have
and
been
also
ever.
I just saw what you say?
It might have been ever.
Yeah,
That they've
yeah.
seen four number ones, and
Same.
I'm gonna have to check on that.
I mean, also I just believe that how hard that these players have worked for their coaches. I mean, you see a lot of teams and a lot of players quit on their coaches
Right.
when they get to a certain level. And you saw these players at the top of their game compete at the highest level. Like it felt like an NBA game in college.
Right.
And for me, that's kind of remarkable. And that's where college basketball is going to, and so forth. But I mean, other than that, man, you better get in the portal. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
There it is.
You better get like Rick Pitino said, I am not recruiting any high school players.
I'm getting
Quote
in
you
that
on that.
portal.
I'm getting in
So
that
it's
portal.
two times in 2008, and this year was the only two times that you had
Four
uh,
number one teams, right?
four number one teams. Yep,
That's
Final
remarkable.
Four.